There we go. Yes, 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 yes. Hi, everybody. Carol Davis here. It's 10:30. So I'm trying to get back to a regular schedule. Remember, I used to do this Tuesday through Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific time. And now I do every day, anytime. And it's 10:30 Pacific time. And it is actually, what day of the week is this? Wednesday the 6th, Wednesday, October 6th. I missed yesterday, got really busy with appointments. But I'm going to try to do it every day. That's why I say anytime. I can't do a specific time. I think I might be able to get back to that. But I'm really excited because this morning got a bunch of computer stuff done, and now I'm trying to simplify my life, as you guys know, in case they have to put me somewhere, move me out of my apartment. Then I just have my little computer. Oh, and he's missing files. I am so excited. I just wanted to show you guys my excitement. And if you're local, contact me. And the technician is amazing. If you don't know him, I am going to, if you live in the Palm Desert or in this, I'm going to put his information right here because everyone should know about this guy because he is amazing. At nbminfotech.com. I love him. He's so good and so smart. So he's not doing software, that kind of, just really, I had stuff hidden on hard drives and an old computer that's not working anymore. And he got everything I needed and put it on flash drives and on this computer. And he took everything out of here. And I have this nice, clean, neat workstation. Contact Nick if you need help and you're in the Coachella Valley, okay? It's awesome. Okay, here we go. Oh, yeah, you got his address. You don't need his phone number. So here I am. Okay, chat. Change this change. Now you know what we do. Here's the deal. I'm going to bring a little sunshine into everybody's life because, I started this in March 2020. I thought it would be short term. I thought it would be what I could do to the pandemic. Bring a little sunshine because everybody was really confused and sad and scared. So this was my part. Sunshine. Let's spread the smiles. And body, mind, and spirit connected. But guess what? A year and a half later, I'm still doing it, right? Oh my God. Or however long we've been in this pandemic. Do you know? I don't. So I've been just trying to cheer people up. And I do that by reading children's stories and acting stupid. I try to act stupid. Silly. So I'm going to read this. I won't read this all today because it's very long. But it's one of my favorites. It's Hope for the Flowers. And you have to pay attention because it appears to be oversimplistic. See, oversimplistic. But if you really listen, it's highly profound. And it's how it works. It's how it works. Corporations work. It's how the business world works. It's how relationships work. You listen for it. You'll hear it. So, basically underline what to do. I'm just going to do what everyone else does. Well, climbing the ladder to what? Nobody knows, but they're climbing it anyway because everybody is. Ready? I'll try to do better. But you know what? You can access me anytime, anywhere, right? So it doesn't really matter. Okay, I'm ready. Once upon a time, a tiny striped caterpillar burst from the egg which had been home for so long. Hello, world, he said. Sure is bright out here in the sun. I'm hungry, he thought. And straight away began to eat the leaf he was born on. This is a caterpillar. And he ate another leaf and another and another, and he got bigger and bigger and bigger. So one day he stopped eating and thought, there must be more to life than just eating and getting bigger. It's getting dull. So Stripe crawled down from the friendly tree, which had shaded and fed him. He was seeking more. Aren't we all? Seeking more. There were all sorts of new things to find. Grass and dirt and holes and tiny bugs. Each fascinated him, but nothing satisfied him. That's my life story. When he came across some other crawlers like himself, he was especially excited. But they were so busy eating they had no time to talk. Just as Stripe had been. They don't know any more about life than I do. which is why when people don't have time for you, that's because they already know they don't know the answers for you need. Then one day, Stripe saw some crawlers really crawling. He looked around for their goal and saw a great column rising high into the air. When he joined them, he discovered, see? The column was a pile of squirming, pushing caterpillars, a caterpillar pillar. We have those in the real world. People, everybody's climbing the ladder to somewhere. None of them really know where. They want to get to the top. They want to be the CEO, and they don't know what that means, but everybody's climbing. And then people are climbing over each other, stepping on each other, depending on what the prize is at the end of the climb. It appeared that, the caterpillars were trying to reach the top. But the top was so lost in the clouds that Stripe had no idea what was there. He felt new excitement, though, like sap rising in the spring. Maybe I'll find what I'm looking for. Full of agitation, Stripe asked a fellow crawler, "Do you know what's happening?" "Well, I just arrived myself," said the other. "Nobody has time to explain. They're so busy trying to get wherever they're going up there." Here's the other one. See now? Stripe is met by Yellow. See? Yellow. Yellow's the girl. And doesn't this sound like, this is not my experience anymore because I've slowed down. Nobody has time to explain. They're so busy trying to get wherever they're going up there. And I had that experience early on in my life when I was asking people that were climbing the ladder in big companies, "Where are you going? How do you get there?" "I don't have time. I don't have time. I don't have time." Until a friend of mine said, "You want to know something about this company? Go to the top and ask the guy at the top. The guy at the top will have time for you." And that was my experience. So if you're out there climbing, go to the top. Just go straight to the top and ask all the questions you want. Works. So, full of agitation, he continued to ask, "What's at the top?" "No one knows, but it must be awfully good because everybody's rushing there. Goodbye, I've no more time." He plunged into the pile. Stripe's head was bursting with the new drive. He couldn't get his thoughts together. Every second, another crawler passed him and disappeared into the pillar. Well, there's only one thing to do. He pushed himself in. How many of you have done that? Put on the tie, three-piece suit, climb. The first moments of the pile were shock. Stripe was pushed and kicked and stepped on from every direction. Sound familiar? It was a climb or be climb. So he climbed. No more fellow caterpillars on Stripe's pile became only threats and obstacles, which he turned into steps and opportunities. This single-minded approach really helped, and Stripe felt he was getting much higher. But some days it seemed he could manage only to keep his place. It was especially then that an anxious shadow nagged inside. "What's at the top?" whispered. "Where are we going?" On one exasperated day, Stripe couldn't stand it any longer and actually yelled back, "I don't know, but there's no time to think about it." A little yellow caterpillar he was crawling over gasped. "What did you say?" "I was just talking to myself," Stripe mumbled. "It really isn't important. I was just wondering where we're going." You know, here's the two of them, right? There's the pile. Where are we going? "You know," Yellow said, "I was wondering that myself. But since there's no way to find out, I decided it wasn't important." She blushed how silly this sounded, quickly adding, "No one else seems to worry about where we're going, so it must be good." But she blushed again. "How far are we from the top?" Stripe answered gravely, "Well, since we're not at the bottom and not at the top, we must be in the middle." "Oh," said Yellow, and they both began climbing again. But now Stripe had a new feeling. He felt bad. He had lost his single-mindedness. "How can I step on someone I've just talked to?" Stripe avoided Yellow as much as possible. But one day there she was. blocking the only way up. Well, I guess it's you or me, he said, and stepped squarely on her head. Something in the way Yellow looked at him made him feel just awful about himself. Like, no matter what is up there, it just isn't worth it. Stripe crawled off Yellow and whispered, I'm sorry. Excuse me. And Yellow began to cry. Oh, now we're getting emotional, right? I could stand this life hoping in what was ahead until I met you talking to yourself that day. Since then, my heart just hasn't been in it, but I don't know what to do. Excuse me. I didn't know how badly I felt about this life until then. Now, when you look at me so kindly, I know for sure I don't like this life. I just want to do something like crawl with you and nibble grass. Stripe's heart leapt inside. Everything looked different. The pillar made no sense at all. I would like that too, he whispered. But this meant giving up the climb. A hard decision. Yellow dear, maybe we're close to the top. Maybe if we help each other, we can get there quickly. Maybe, she said, but they both knew this wasn't what they wanted most. Let's go down, Yellow said. Okay. And they stopped climbing. They clung to each other as masses of caterpillars crawled over them. The air was terrible, but they were happy with each other and made a big ball so nobody could step in their eyes and stomachs. They did nothing at all for what seemed a long time. Suddenly, they didn't feel anything crawling over them. They unrolled and opened their eyes. They were at the side of the caterpillar pillar. And that's, oh, we have 2 pages more. Hi, Stripe, said Yellow. Hi, Yellow, said Stripe. And they crawled off into some fresh green grass to eat and take a nap. Just before they fell asleep, Stripe hugged Yellow. Being together like this is sure different from being crushed in that crowd. It sure is. She smiled and closed her eyes. And that's where we're going to leave off today. Tomorrow we start at chapter 3. Yay! So, you know my deal. Spread the smiles across the mile. Spread the smiles across the miles. Tell all your friends. Ask everybody you see to spread the smiles across the miles. Thank you. Bye. Yes. Now we're going to leave. Starting here. Starts with me. Spreading the smiles across the miles. Spread the smiles across the miles. In broadcast. In broadcast.